we're going to solve this linear equation, and it might get a little bit tricky because we have a fraction of an x right there, but we are going to be able to do it anyways because we are awesome. So the first thing I want to do is actually distribute this -2 to both terms inside the parentheses here. So that gives me -2x minus 10, and I still have my 4x here, and that all equals 1/2 x plus 6. And then I'm going to combine like terms. So 4x minus 2x gives us 2x. So I have 2x minus 10 equals 1/2 x plus 6. Now I have a lot of choices, and that's what makes these type of questions hard, is that there's not just one way to accomplish these things. So I am actually going to get rid of the denominator of the fraction. So I want to multiply both sides of this equation by 2, and that will allow me to get rid of the denominator. So let me show you how we're going to do that. So I have 2 to be multiplied by both sides, and then I'm going to distribute that 2. When we distribute that 2 to that 1/2, 2 over 2 is just 1, so that's going to cancel and leave us with just 1x, and then 2 times 6 is 12. And then on the other side, we're going to distribute that 2 to both terms inside the parentheses. We have 4x minus 20, and now we have a linear equation that is kind of what we're used to and going to be a little bit easier for us to deal with. So I'm going to choose a side for the variables, and I choose this left-hand side of the equation to represent the variable side. So that means that the right-hand side is going to be reserved for the constants. So I'm going to need to get rid of this -20. So I'm going to do the opposite to both sides by the addition property of equality, and I'm left with 4x equals 1x plus 32. And then I'm going to subtract x from both sides because I have an x over here, but I need all the variables to be on the left side of the equation. So we're going to subtract x from both sides, which will leave me 3x equals 32. And the last thing that we're going to do is divide by that coefficient, and we get 3 divided by 3 is 1. Anything divided by itself is 1, and 1 times anything is itself, so that leaves us with x equals 32/3. That cannot be simplified. 32 and 3 share no common factors. We want to leave it as an improper fraction, and so we are actually done.